Yields of winter wheat are predicted to break records, particularly in the Great Plains. A report by the USDA Economic Research Services says the average is projected to be about 50.5 bushels an acre, with a total production of 1.5 billion. Declines are expected to be offset by higher yields. A lot of overseas influence affecting the markets this week. Our Grow co-host Marilyn Barnett caught up with our market analyst Jeff Peterson. Here's more.
A lot going on when it comes to the markets, especially with this decision with Britain leaving the European Union. Thank you so much for coming in, Jeff.
Oh, you're welcome.
Let's talk about when it comes to those ag markets. You know, that's something that's impacted by all of this. A lot happening this last week.
You know, there really has been, and that's been the talk of the day today. The Brexit vote coming out is a surprise to everyone. Impacted the financial markets, impacted the grain markets too. Overnight trade, it did at one time cause us to be down over 10 cents a bushel on corn, over 20 cents a bushel on soybeans.
Yeah.
It put pressure. The biggest pressure came from the fact that the U.S. dollar was stronger. And anytime we make the dollar stronger, overall, it makes our exports harder to compete out there, and that brings our price back. The other thing that came in, though, is with crude oil being down, and that was pressured as a result of the higher dollar. Anytime that happens, that puts pressure on our markets also. Overall for the week, big down week. Corn was down 66.5 cents. It's hard to believe 1 week ago we put in the high.
That's true.
Already down 15% from our high. Here's the other amazing thing. The last time we were at this price was back on May 10th, okay? 32 days to go up, 5 days we're back down to that price level.
Wow.
Sold off very fast.
Yeah.
Beans not quite as bad a sell-off percentage-wise, but $1.11 already. Now they put in their high back on June basically 13th. They took about 7 days to go up. Now they've been taking their time to come down. It's been about 9 days to come back down. So not quite as bad, but it's been a hard week in the markets.
Yeah. And could this be possibly turned around? There's a big report coming out next week. What are you thinking there?
Yeah, that's exactly right. We do want to keep an eye on that report. The big one is the planted acreage report. A couple things that we think are going to come out of that report. Because of basically the dry conditions across the whole nation, we do think the planted acreage is going to increase. They're going to find more acres. We think it'll show up in the soybean area mainly, a couple million more acres there. We think they'll pull back the corn acres by about 500,000, so they'll reduce that overall. And where are those acres coming from? It's the prevent plant acres. Last year we were really wet. Now there was more of those acres planted, so those acres are coming back into production.
Okay, interesting. So now, of course, we always want to know, what do we need to be doing here? What do you think?
This is a really hard one for the farmer right here. If you've not been able to take advantage of this move higher and didn't sell much, I wouldn't panic here today. I think the fact we had the Brexit vote out today put a little extra pressure on the market. I think we'll see this market bounce back up higher. On new crop corn, I think you can get back up around that $4 area, but I would be making some additional sales in that area.
Before we close here at the Maine and Key Junior Nationals, if you know an outstanding Nebraska farm youth or farm family, nominate them for our monthly honors. Email us grow@nebraska.tv, and we might just feature them here on the show in the future. Have a good one.